All right. Got a quick pull day coming at you hot here, with no warm-up sets to show, just straight working sets, and you got me narrating the whole time. Sounded like if Morgan Freeman and Fergie had a baby. Oh, that's beautiful, ain't it now? But anyway, let's get into this here. We got, like I said, I'm showing no warm-up sets. So before this, I will do a warm-up set of 10, then a warm-up set of like 4, and then a warm-up set of 2, maybe a couple warm-up sets to 2, just as I'm getting up to my first working weight. I take a break between these working sets. I don't let them really add any muscle fatigue or anything like that. Just looking to get the joints warmed up, get some blood flowing to the muscles, and kind of practicing the workout and the path of travel that you're going to be using for each machine and things like that. So we're starting off here with a lat pull down. Now we do call this a lat pull down, but doing it mostly focusing on the upper back and the teres, okay? First working set is a set of 12. And as you see here, I'm getting a full stretch and I'm coming down not too much past parallel. I usually think of having my elbows go just a little bit past my shoulders or below them. This helps make sure that we're keeping the weight on the teres and the upper back and not putting them onto the rear delts. So after you do your set of 12, evaluate where you're at. Most likely you're going to increase the weight and go for a set of 8. And now if you'll notice, we're not taking these sets to failure. We're getting a good amount of muscle fatigue. We are staying in that burn and we're just squeezing out the reps with as best form as possible. You can see I'm still getting a full stretch, coming down relatively to the same spot each time. Now, the last couple reps, it should be hard for you to bring them down to where they need to be. It should be almost like some partial reps at the top, and that'll let you know that you're in the right spot for weight and challenge of the overall exercise. So make sure you guys are recording your workouts, the weights that you're using, and making note so that way you know when to increase the weight here. Next, we're going to go into what's called the high row. This is a prime high row machine. Kind of got some fancier handles on it. If you don't have this machine or these handles, just use regular grips. It's just fine. If you want something you can put your hand in and pull through. This gym is nice enough to have these. It's not very common that they do, but same thing for this. I do some warm-up sets. Then I do a set of this cycle is going to be a set of 12 and then a set of 8. Now, we're only doing 2 working sets for every exercise that we do today. So that's why it's very important to warm up and make sure that you're getting the most out of every set, right? So as you can see here, I'm still not bringing my elbows too far past my back. Again, this is going to be more lat focused. We want to keep that weight and tension on the lat and not push them to the rear delts. Now, some of you out there might be like, oh, I need to build my rear delts. They need a lot of work. Well, your rear delts probably aren't growing either, and it's because they're getting overworked because everything you're doing for your pull day is hitting your rear delts. So, let's let those rear delts rest. Let's make sure that we are hitting the exercise or the muscle that we are intending to hit with that specific exercise. We want to isolate that so that way we get growth in that region. So for instance, high row, we want to focus on getting lat development. We're trying to build our lats with this, not our rear delts. Let's save the rear delts for the rear delt flies. All right, cool. So like I said, after that first working set of 12, going into a working set of 8 here, I increased the weight a little bit. And I'm trying to keep my form as close to my warm-up sets as possible here, okay? I'm not getting a whole bunch of momentum. I'm not swinging a bunch. I'm just trying to keep the tension on the muscle and that muscle engaged with the weight here. Now when you're doing these and you're getting a good stretch, make sure you're not rolling your shoulders forward. Make sure we're stretching out the lats themselves and not like your shoulders and shoulder tendons. So look at that. We're already on to our third workout here, which is the low row. Again, this is a prime low row. Don't really worry about it if you don't have this specific one. Really, any chest supported row, well, you want more of a low row overall. So don't swap it with any chest supported row. There's a lot of different low row machines, or you can even just set up with like a cable and do the single arm row. I'd even be fine with a dumbbell row if you can really isolate it. But again, you want to make sure you're not twisting too much and using all the rest of your body. Make sure you're getting a nice, good, deep stretch and pulling back. Again, elbows really just past parallel of your back is where you're trying to go. Don't want to go too much past that. We want to make sure we're resting those rear delts for when we work rear delts. Now, again, with this exercise, we are doing for our working sets, we're doing a set of 12 and a set of 8. Now, I did warm-up sets that aren't filmed with this. I like doing warm-up sets myself just because I do a lot more than most people, for the simple fact of I'm practicing the workout with less weight on it, really working on that mind-muscle connection, and just that the range of travel and kind of the path of how the machine is working. Also, most machines have things that you can adjust, so make sure you get it set up right for you. Just because somebody is a similar size as you might not mean that you use the same settings. Maybe their arms are longer than yours, maybe your torso is longer than theirs. All this stuff like this can change how the muscle contracts and moves. So make sure you mess around with the seats a little bit and just find where you feel the workout hitting the muscle the best, right? Again, as you can see, as it's starting to hurt and getting harder, I'm not using momentum, still keeping that deep stretch, and then I'm squeezing through it. So next we have rear delts. With this, if you don't have a cable machine with cables this close together, don't worry about it. You can do one at a time. Now, this is kind of a unique workout. It's going to be new for a lot of you doing the cable rear delt fly. Just make sure you stick with it, mess around with it a little bit. It's weird at first, but you got to be willing to suck at something new if you really want to succeed and kind of get your goals, right? Whether that be fitness goals or goals in life. So for this is going to be the first exercise that we switch up the rep count a little bit. We are going to do 2 working sets, one of 15 and one of 10, where we increase the weight in the middle, or in between sets, yeah. So I do working sets on these, or warm-up sets. Really want to make sure that the shoulders are warm. Your shoulders are just a very unique joint, and they require a lot of attention as far as for just maintenance, making sure they stay strong and healthy and things like that. So make sure you take care of them, warm them up, do your shoulder work, and just because shoulder injuries are no fun. I mean, everything you do, whether it's pull, push, arms, all that good stuff, all has to do with your shoulders. So just take care of them best you can. After that first working set of 15, I'm going to increase the weight some, do a set of 10. Now, I know a lot of gyms might not have small enough weight to increase in between from your 15 to your 10. So if your 15 is really, really super heavy and you go up and you can't even get like 5 or 6 with the next weight on the weight stack, just stay at the weight that you used for the 15, do your set of 10, make sure your form is just completely spotless, and then what I would do is work up and just do 2 sets of 15 if need be. Now, after a little while is when you'll be able to try that next stack on the weight, or on the next pin, and add a little weight on the weight stack here. But just make sure if you're going up and it's doing a whole lot and you don't feel it in your rear delts, that you adjust and make changes till you do. Now we're going to go into kind of an arm transfer workout. These are going to be pull-ups or chin-ups. Now the way I'm doing these, I do a couple warm-up sets, then you want to do as many reps as possible. Now with these, normally with pull-ups, you think of pulling your elbows down. Pretty much every exercise that we did with the back workout, or any time you're trying to work your back, you want to think of pulling with your elbows, because this is going to help engage your back and not your arms. Now, I'm wanting to use this for more of an arm workout. So what I'm doing is I'm actually thinking of pulling myself up and using my arms versus pulling my elbows to the ground. Just something a little different. Small tweaks like that can make big differences. So I want you to think about that as you're doing the exercise. Like I said, I had a quick push day coming, or pull day coming at you, hot and fast. We are on the last exercise. This is called the Baysian curl, right? Again, we're doing warm-up sets with this. Really practice it. Not a lot of people have maybe done this exercise, so that's why you need to really make sure you do your warm-up sets, practice it, make sure it's feeling right, because this will do wonders for your biceps. Now, how do we do the Bayesian curl? Well, what we do is you want to have your elbows behind your shoulders, and you want your wrist to extend behind that. Now, you don't have to be super far forward from the cables for this to be a good exercise. You just want to make sure at the bottom you're getting a nice full stretch like you can see I'm doing. And when I squeeze up, I'm only coming about parallel with the floor. Now, the reason I do that is if I go farther than that, I have to pull my elbow forward, which is going to start engaging my shoulder more than I want it to. I want to keep as much weight and tension onto my biceps as possible. And another way you can make sure that you're doing this properly is you don't want to kink over and lean forward, because all that's doing is changing the angle that your arms are at. And we really want those elbows behind your shoulders and then wrists behind your elbows, because this is going to get the best stretch and make this workout or exercise most efficient for you. Now for these sets, we got a set of 12. Sorry, we got a set of 15, and then we got a set of 8. You don't need a whole lot of weight with these. Now, your muscles don't understand how much weight that you are holding. All they understand is the challenge that you are giving to them. So make sure you're using the proper weight, doing the workout properly. And I just...
Hey, thank you so much for watching the video. If there was anything that you found useful in it, please do like, or give me a like, subscribe to the channel, put in the comments what you liked, what you didn't like, maybe what I could improve on. I know this is still at early steps in the YouTube channel, whatever, so I'm still figuring stuff out. So other than that, though, keep coming back. I'm going to be dropping not only like workouts and tips on how to be in the gym, but just overall tips for health and fitness, and just living overall healthier life, healthy habits, right, that are sustainable. I want to make sure that I can help as many people as possible get just fitter in the way that they feel, whether that be, easier chasing around their kids or maybe their grandkids. Maybe they don't want to be out of breath when they go up and down the steps, or maybe they just want to make the trip to the fridge a little easier. I don't really care what you got to do. But if you want to make some changes, check back. Now, shameless plug. If you already know what you're doing, been in the gym a while and just looking for a workout plan, make sure you check out teamliftlab.com. For only $9 a month, you get all workout plans. Or there's multiple workout plans to choose from, guys and girls, 6-day, 5-day, 4-day. I think he's going to start coming out with a 3-day, so check that out. If you're just looking for some tips, keep coming back. I'll be talking again soon. See you. Thanks.